Hey everyone, it's Simone Watson, and I'm not gonna edit this because I really have filmed a bunch of videos and procrastinated on editing them, and now it's just like a queue, and I don't even. So, but also, I just really want to kind of like go ahead and talk about this as soon as possible. So, I did talk about it some on TikTok, but oh gosh, y'all. Literary agents. So, I filmed a video about my querying experience and the fact that I am not querying right now because I got the last in a long kind of, string of rejections at the beginning of September. I filmed that. I have not edited it and it has not been posted, but there you go. I was querying for 19 months. But here's the thing, this is not about me. I hesitate to mention that I was querying for 19 months and I'm not querying anymore because I feel like some people may think, oh, so you're just mad because you didn't get an agent. And it's like, really no, Um at this point I am mad and I'm going to tell you why. I am mad because of the ridiculous power imbalance between literary agents and writers. And I am mad because of all the people who want to act like that power imbalance doesn't exist. And I am mad because the effects of this power imbalance, this is having very real effects on people, negative effects. And yeah, I don't even know where to start with this. I guess I'll start with where the conversation started recently. But it just makes me so like sad. Like, it makes me sad. It's like painful to talk about this. But this is what happened. Yesterday, an event happened on Twitter. It was supposed to be a fun event. It was a fun event. Um, but it was an event for writers to find each other and have fun. Um, it had a hashtag with it, and I guess, yeah, it was. I don't even want to use the term pitch event here because some people really misunderstood this, but it looked like kind of like a pitch event. And so it was, agents were being asked not to participate. That was on the page with the information about the event. And um like basically agents were being asked not to like and retweet and this and that. An agent did this anyway, was asked not to do it. The agent got really mad. Things really spiraled. And yeah. And the thing that bothered me so a lot of things bothered me in this situation. First of all, okay, I mentioned on my Twitter that this agent is a black woman and I don't want to tear her down, and I don't want to tear down a black woman in a profession that is hostile to black women already. But but I felt like this needed to be talked about, and the reason I felt like it needed to be talked about is because there's a reason somebody was making an event for writers to just chill and have fun without the pressure of literary agent participation. And it's because literary agent participation has become an added pressure. It has become a looming whatever over a lot of things that go on in the writing community online. And I know that you might say, well, isn't that good when literary agents are doing stuff and getting involved in this and that? Yeah, but the pressure, that's the thing. Somebody wanted to do a low pressure, fun event. And my thing is like, if you're gonna say like, oh, well, it's Twitter and I can do whatever I want on Twitter. Yeah, I'm just saying understand and acknowledge what it means that you're doing. You can choose to do whatever, you can choose to say what you want to say on Twitter, but acknowledge the implications of that. And so I think a lot of literary agents, especially in the year 2022, have neglected to acknowledge the just ridiculous power imbalance that exists between literary agents and writers. And so because of that, like agents, I don't know if agents are really acknowledging that them being there in an event affects the dynamic. Like, and it bothers me because like I'm trying not to like take everything personally. No, I mean, this is a personal thing. This is a personal thing because yeah, like we just wanted to have a fun thing, okay? Now, yes, some people could argue, well, Twitter is public and people are going to say whatever they want on Twitter, so you should just have your stuff in a different place. Yeah. And by the way, something that I haven't really told you on YouTube is that I did start a social media site just for writers. But it's like hard to be bringing that up because I'm not trying to like by the way, like I'm not trying to do that, and that probably is how that sounded. So I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to sound like that. What I mean by that is the reason why I founded that, part of the reason I founded that is so writers could have a place to talk away from literary agents. Because the thing is, here's another problem. Writers have not been talking to other writers to find out what's normal and isn't normal in querying. And so now, with this situation, with this one literary agent, now people have started to say, oh, well, there's a red flag about her because she has really slow response times as a literary agent. That's not a red flag, y'all. Everybody got slow response times. Like, no, that's not a red flag. Dang. Like, so that's frustrating to me because I'm like, I want writers to have a place to talk to other writers and understand what's normal. But even though the slow response times are not a red flag, here's the problem. The problem is that there are deeper issues in the agenting profession. And I am sort of mad at myself because I feel like had I talked about this stuff earlier, it would be a little bit easier. I talked, yeah. Had I just talked about it early, but that's okay. It's I've been thinking about this since February, and it is now December. I've been thinking about the fact that a lot of situations in the writing community have become more high pressure because they have become so focused on finding a literary agent, and it made me want to weep that when Pitch Wars was happening, that there could be people who went through the program of Pitch Wars, got a mentor, made friends, improved their craft, improved their manuscript, went to the agent showcase, didn't get a literary agent, and felt like, oh wow, I'm a failure because I didn't get a literary agent. And it made me so mad. I'm not saying that I heard a specific person say that they were a failure, but it was just like different, like kind of like just it made me sad because I had been a Pitch Wars hopeful in the past, and I knew that it felt like this is the ticket to getting an agent, and it was not the ticket necessarily to getting an agent. Some people did. Statistically, the statistics were good coming from Pitch Wars, but it made me sad that some people could feel like they didn't get an agent and therefore, well, what was the point? I'm not saying that I know for sure that people felt like that, but I'm saying the agent showcase became such a high pressure situation. And so I felt like when I found out Pitch Wars was ending, I was like, you know what? I'm sad because, well, I wasn't that sad because there's pitch wars and there's also like other mentorship programs. There were still going to be other mentorship programs. It just, I felt like the community in pitch wars was great. I felt like, I said this in my video called The Mythology of Pitch Wars. I felt like before getting into Pitch Wars, I would hear people say it's about the community, and I would be like, okay, sure, sure. But then when I actually was a mentor, it was like, yeah, like it is about the community. It really is about the community, because at the end of the day, somebody may get an agent, somebody may not get an agent. But like, no, like at the end of the, I think, okay, let me say it like this. Let me say it like this. I don't know if people felt that way that were in pitch wars, but I know that I, as a person who was querying at the time, dang it, I don't want to cry, but I know somebody can probably relate to this. I, as somebody that was querying from November 2020 to September 2022, felt like at the beginning of querying, I was like, this is not going to get me down. I'm not going to get sad. I'm going to be fine. Everything's fine. If rejections come in, that is totally fine. Because I'm like, it's a part of the process. I'm so excited. You know, you get those first couple rejections and you're like, yay, rejections. Because that means I'm making moves. And I felt like there was this positivity that I tried to exude and that I tried to get other people to kind of join in. Like, it's okay. Like, it's just rejections. Rejections are just a part of the process. Yay. And I was like, rejections are not going to ruin my day. I'm not going to get sad. I'm not going to let my, I'm not going to let, I was like, I'm not going to let rejections mess up my day. And the thing is, once you've been querying for like more than a year, like once you have hit that 1 year mark, it really, it's really hard. It is really hard to continue to keep up that whole thing of like, rejections are not going to ruin my day. I'm not going to get sad. I was sad. Like, like, and then by the time like it was February, and I was like, gosh, I hate querying. Like, this is just painful and upsetting, and I actually really want to be done. I actually really want to stop. I actually really want this whole thing to just stop. Like, I don't want to do this anymore. So I had stopped sending queries for a while because I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. But I was like, I'll just wait and let these responses come in for what I already sent. And when I first had said that, then I paused and then I sent a few more and then I paused again. But the thing is, like, when people say like querying has been hard in the 2020s, we're not exaggerating. Like, it's been hard. And then to have gotten to a point where I so wanted to stop querying, and I felt like I was just a hypocrite. Like how dare I tell everyone to stay positive? But then this is the thought. These are the thoughts that I'm having on the inside. Like, how dare I tell everyone not to give up? But in my mind, I'm like, screw this. I don't even want to do this anymore. Like, how dare I do that? Like, like how, like something that will also be mentioned in my video about querying that I haven't edited yet is I got to the point where like it was June and I had stopped querying, and then I had sent like 2 more queries in June, and then I did pitch this, which is a pitch event, and I was like, yeah, pitch event, yeah. And then when like the pitch event was over and I had a few likes, I was like, I'm gonna send a few more queries. And I just dreaded sending more queries. I only had like 1 more thing out at that time. And I was like, or maybe, no, I might have had 1 or 3 things. I didn't have a lot of stuff out, like queries and stuff out. But I dreaded sending the queries. I was like, I don't want to face more rejection. Like, I know I did the pitch contest, but not pitch contest, the pitch event. but I don't want this anymore. I don't want this anymore. This is making me so sad. It's making me so sad. Like, I never even, like, I wasn't even, like, I used to be, rejection, oh, I don't care. And I went from that to, like, literally crying over full rejection. Like, and then, but the crying over a full rejection wasn't what got me. That wasn't what bothered me. What bothered me was getting to the point where I didn't want to send any more queries. Like, where I dreaded sending more queries because I felt like, wow, like, I just felt hypocritical. Like, I just felt like, really? Really? Simone? Simone, don't give up. Pep talk, blah, 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 positivity, Watson, positivity, whatever. You know what? Now I feel like editing that out because that just sounds so ridiculous. I'm not saying that my middle name is positivity. I'm not saying that I am just this perfect person. I am saying that my typical practice for a lot of the time was like the positive stuff I would share online, and then the negative stuff I would just like, when I was sad, like I just wouldn't put it online as much. Anyway, this is not about me. This is about the fact that like it's not funny. It's not funny that people can get to a point where it's hard to think about querying and you just don't want to think about querying every freaking day and you just want to take a freaking break. God, let people have some fun. Let people have some positivity in their lives. Gosh dang it, y'all. And then this is before we even get to the other topics that I'm just too tired to even go into the other topics right now. But there's this whole thing where it's like these problems in the agenting profession and just this practice of agents being like, oh, we're only gonna give you 5 days to make a decision. And then the fact that this one agent decided to take to Twitter and blame writers for that garbagey bullcrap rather than y'all literary agents looking around and being like, yo, we're the problem. Everyone have a great day. Thank you for watching. I'll see you tomorrow.